There was a time when Klay Thompson was the best two-way guard in the NBA, and he's not the same guy. As much as I love Klay, he's slipping. They're not the same. In the finals, you could see they're not the same guys they was 2 or 3 years ago.
I'm appalled.
You're appalled. I'm appalled.
I just can't believe it. I'm appalled.
As we are certainly appalled, but today is a Klay day. Today is certainly a Klay day, man. Klay Thompson, man. Let's talk about this, man. Something that the people don't be talking about, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember people saying earlier in the season, they was talking about, hey, we need to stop Poole. We need to bench Klay. This is the thing about the media too, man. Media and casuals alike. You're unable to actually watch the game every day. Most average people cannot watch basketball games or follow a team to the exact T to actually understand what's going on. There's a lot of content. You understand what I'm saying? That's a lot of content. Like, there's a lot of context to the actual players. So with Klay Thompson, he was on a minute restriction. He couldn't play back-to-backs early on. It was a lot of things going on when they were, when the indictment was out saying, hey, you know what, man? Klay Thompson, man, you know what? He's not going to be him. And Charles Barkley, man, hey, man, you know what? I like Charles Barkley, actually. You know what I'm saying? But he's been a great Warrior hater for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Remember? Jump shot shooting teams don't win championships. That was Charles Barkley saying that 2 or 3 years ago, like he's saying Klay Thompson ain't the same 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, that's what he used to talk about, right? It was funny. That's what he used to say. But anyway, let's stay on topic. Klay Thompson, man, putting up great numbers, man. He has 4 of his highest scoring outings, in his career. He's had a 12-year career. 2 years he didn't play, so we'll just say 10 years. Out of 10 years, but he's had 4 of his biggest games this season. This same season that they're saying, oh my, he's not the same player. No. A lot of early on in this season, like I said, I seen it. He was gunning for shots. He was rushing to get his shots up because he was on a minute restriction. I think he was down, it was like somewhere like 20 minutes per game. And at 20 minutes a game, Klay is a shooter. He's a scorer. That's what he wants to do. He wants to score. And he was trying to really get to it. So he was kind of like, jacking up some shots and kind of forcing some things, going into like the teeth of the defense instead of just kind of like letting the game flow and let the game come to him, But over time, he has done great as to getting back on track, and it's been since after that statement was kind of made that, Charles Barkley kind of said that. And it was like, okay, you know what? I knew he was going to kind of come around because I'm a Warriors fan, a real Warriors fan. Like, I watch the games. Klay is streaky at times, but Klay going to give you, what I'm saying, at 22, 23, and he going to hit some timely buckets. That's the thing about Klay. Klay Thompson is a timely, clutch guy, and he's a killer. Like, he's a killer. The captain, what I'm saying? Shout out to the captain, Klay, man. You know what I'm saying? So, if you know. You got it, but it's very difficult to follow these teams night in and night out. Since I've been doing this basketball content, one thing I understand is that you got to pick and choose what games you're going to watch so that you can kind of give an actual assessment, analysis of the game. You cannot give an accurate analysis of games or players without watching them, for weeks in and weeks out. You got to see what they really doing. That's the way it goes. Well, Klay Thompson, he's averaging, 22 points a game. And like I said, he has the most makes, 3-point makes in the league this year. And he has the most attempts also. But he's shooting 41%. He's shooting a high percentage. There's a lot of other guys in the league shooting high percentage. But you know what? Hey, man, 41%, man, is top tier, But the league, everybody's shooting the 3-ball. So, but what he's doing right now, alongside with the way that Steph is playing, Steph can turn it on at any moment, and Steph is still Steph. We're, as Warrior fans, we're in a great position. I feel very comfortable, and seeing the way Klay is moving. And also, man, another thing about Klay, too, that people were saying, I actually think his game got better. I think his game actually got better. It's more poised. As far as defensively, he might not be able to move, as well laterally as he once was. And players are younger than him, much more younger than him. I mean, a guy that's 23, 24 compared to a guy that's 32, 33. Yeah, you should be able to move a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That's just that's kind of like the law of nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you younger, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to move a little bit better. And like I say, man, Klay at this point right now, he could put the ball on the ground. I remember at one time, Klay was just a catch and shoot guy, man, for a lot of years. He was a catch and shoot guy. So he could put the ball on the ground now. Tell me, what do y'all actually think about this, man? Because from what I see from Klay is that he's far more poised. Sometimes he had rushed up some shots early on, but I think that he's let the game really flow and come to him. And like I say, he had some big outings this year. He's had four of his best games this year over a 10-year career. You know what I'm saying? And he's had about 20 some odd big games. But if you really break that down, man, break that down in percentage wise. You know what I'm saying? He's had 4 big games and he had about 26 big games, meaning that he scored over 40. You know what I'm saying? 38s, 40s. But he's had some big games this season. So I don't know, man. I mean, I guess Charles Barkley, you eating those words. But Charles Barkley, he always wound up eating those words, man. Shout out to Charles Barkley, man. You know what I'm saying? You the guy, man, but yeah, man, Klay Thompson is that guy. Hold it up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Klay, shout out to Klay, man. This is what we doing, man. This is the podcast. Make sure you guys make sure you subscribe. Like, subscribe, you know what it is, man. Share, man. Get down with the channel, man. We gonna keep giving the sports, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking about this basketball, man. Let's get it in, man.